Hey guys, Logan here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review for the movie Tag, starring Jeremy Renner, Ed Helms, Jon Hamm, Isla Fisher, Annabelle Wallis, Jake Johnson, and a few other actors that I don't know their names. And this movie is about a group of friends who has played the same game of tag for 30 years, ever since they were little kids. And one of the guys, Jeremy Renner, was like the best tag player that's ever was. And one of the group of friends just came up with an ultimate plan to, have the opportunity to tag Jeremy Renner before he retires from the game of tag with a perfect record of tagging everybody and not being tagged. I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. It was a lot more funnier than I expected it to be, because the official trailer really made this movie look a lot silly and looked really ridiculous with its concept and the story. But after viewing this movie, it was a very funny movie. I found myself to have a very legitimately good time watching it. It was that surprisingly funny. The best part in this entire film, for me personally, is Jeremy Renner, and he's not even in the film as much as the group of his friends were. The whole movie surrounds the whole group of friends, led by Ed Helms and Jon Hamm, and along with Jake Johnson and the black dude who I can't remember his name, I apologize. They were just okay. Their chemistry with each other, it's really spot on. That you really can tell that they have a good time with the whole story that they wanted to, represent. A story about a group of friends playing the same game of tag since they were little boys. And they still play tag even as adults. Like the passion that you see from them and the chemistry you see from them, just the comedic banter, all of that is top notch. And I gotta give the actors a lot of praise for that. Just giving their time and effort to their performances and their line delivery and some of their comedic jokes, which for the most part land. But going back to Jeremy Renner, which like I said, he's the best part in this entire film. Few sequences which were actually shown in the trailer where he dodges his friends when they were trying to tag him and all that other stuff, and those slow-mo sequences with Jeremy Renner, along with a narration from Jeremy Renner himself talking about projecting or predicting his friends' moves on tagging him. Those were some of the best sequences in this entire film, period, and probably some of the most funniest. However, there are still issues that I have with Tag. There were about 25% of the jokes in this film pretty much fell flat for me. That there were a few scenes with a group of friends, Ed Helms, Jon Hamm, black dude, and Jake Johnson. Now let's talk about them. Even though their performances were good and their chemistry with each other, their comedic banter and all that other stuff were very, very good. Their characters, though, not the biggest fan. Particularly Jake Johnson. There was even a scene where he was sitting on a couch with Ross Donna Jones' character Cheryl, and he was talking about how he's glad that her husband died a while ago. He's sort of like a character that is on high, using one of those drugs or a high type of just marijuana, basically. I wasn't the biggest fan of his, as well as the black dude. There were so many things he said in this entire film that were so very complicated and so complex that you don't understand what he means when he said those things. I'm not going to reveal too many because it will take me like an hour to do this review, but just almost everything he says whenever some situation with Jeremy Renner's character comes on, he'll just say things that don't make sense. Oh, and let's talk about Annabelle Wallis. She plays a journalist from, I believe, I could be mistaken, but I believe came from the Wall Street Journal. She started to get along with, writing and journalizing. Is that even a word? The whole game that Ed Helms, Jon Hamm, Jake Johnson, and the rest played tag since they were little kids. And that's about all she is in this entire film. Other than that, what purpose does she serve in this entire film besides, being a journalist and writing a whole story about the whole game of tag that they were playing? There is none. So that was kind of disappointing. Oh, and did I ever mention that this is the second film that Annabelle Wallis and Jake Johnson both appeared together in a film besides this film? But besides all the negatives that I have for Tag, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be going into it. Because like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of what this trailer was showing me, just based on the plot alone. But still, it was pleasantly surprising in terms of the comedy and the execution and the chemistry with the actors and the hilarious slow-mo sequences with Jeremy Renner, and just all that other stuff. This film was pleasantly surprising and a lot more funnier than I expected. I'm going to give Tag a gold Medal of Honor. So anyway, guys, that is my review for Tag. And I will be seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp in theaters tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Presumably tonight or in the evening, depending on what time I see this movie tomorrow. So, that's about it, guys. If you guys enjoyed my review, please click the like button, and if you have seen Tag, comment below and let me know what you think of it. If you enjoy what you've seen here and you want to see future videos from me, please press up there to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, Battle Squad, and as always, fight the good fight.